How about this? And it's pretty much in the finance district as well. So, have you ever thought about quitting your day job and pursuing your passion? Well, one Toronto man did just that. His traditional in the finance district banking job and said, "Hey, I'm going to be my own boss." And he built a $10 million company. Here to tell us how he did it is Stephen Aikman. Good morning, Stephen.
Hey, good morning, Devo. How are you?
Good. Do you miss the finance district there at all?
I miss the people. I miss the people.
Okay.
I could probably not do with the 2-hour commute, but I certainly do miss the people for sure.
Okay, let's talk about this. You worked at RBC for over 20 years and then said, "Hey, you know what? I have maybe a side hustle or a passion that I really want to start going after." Tell us about that and kind of how you said, "I'm going to do this." Why make the leap?
It's a good question. Yeah. I probably say I knew I was going to be an entrepreneur when I was a kid growing up in Meaford. Both my brother and I were paper boys, and so it was always a rush if I could beat my brother in getting subscriptions in Toronto Star. But you're right, it wasn't until about 20, 25 years after I had my adult job that I decided to make that big leap, and the only regret is probably doing it sooner. It's been such a thrill. I started this online brand from absolutely nothing. And in a matter of a few years, we've become the #1 beauty brand on Amazon Canada. And now we sell in over 11 countries globally. It's an incredible, and it's a dream come true.
Yeah, let's tell people about it. It's all natural advice skincare is what you started. And again, you are selling massively online only. Why did you decide to, hey, I'm only going to do it online and not even worry about, because a lot of people, especially skincare, you want to get in some of those higher end stores. That's kind of the goal. But for you, you said online only.
Yeah, it's actually a really good question. So when you think about traditionally, you'd have to start up your own store, your own bricks and mortar, or you can try to get into a retail outlet. But your own bricks and mortar is very expensive to start a store, a lot of overhead, and you're still just limited to the amount of people that are around you. If you try to get into a larger retailer, for a startup, it's almost impossible. And even if you are, the cost of paying to get on the shelves or the cost of a commitment of inventory could bankrupt you. But when you go online, it absolutely levels the playing field. And what's important is you've got to be able to tell your story. And you're having a very different client buying experience. Most clients like to skincare. They want to try it. They want to feel it. They want to smell it. But you've got to tell your story through videos, tell your story through photos. But what's really important is, it's that instant feedback. We live and die by reviews. We want clients to come and tell us the goods and the bads. And I think the bads are just as important, because what that helped us to do was pivot very fast. We'd listen to our clients, we get that feedback and say, oh, okay, we've got to change this. We got to adapt to that kind of packaging. The client didn't like that kind of scent. And so that helps you evolve quicker and faster. And I think, if you're able to be very transparent, very open, and very engaging with your clients online, it really will make a difference. And I think that's why, and plus it keeps your overhead down. And so we're able to take that savings and just pass it on to the clients.
That makes sense. And we got about 45 seconds here, Stephen. I know we were speaking off camera just before we came up here about, trying to give advice to others. This is a time where a lot of people have made that decision where their career, maybe they got laid off, whatever it might be during this pandemic, and they have that passion. What is your advice to them to take that passion and turn it into a multi-million-dollar business?
So I think the pandemic has shifted everything for everyone. I know it was important for me. A lot of folks have moved outside of Toronto. They're living in smaller communities. They don't want to do that 2-hour drive. What I would say is this: if you have the passion, or if you're a small business that your world got turned upside down because of the pandemic, I say go online. Just take one product and leverage the platforms that are out there, leverage the Amazons, leverage the Walmarts, marketplaces. Those are turnkey operations that you can very easily get online. You can tell your story. You tell your story and you connect, you engage with clients. And then over time, your brand will you'll get that awareness, and you'll start to have that following. And soon you're going to have millions of people looking at your brand. For me, I was very fortunate. You talked about the business itself. I recently had sold the company to another Oakville-based Canadian wellness corporation called Mimi's Rock, and they took the company public. And what's great now is that I get to continue to work directly with my own brand, but also with many other brands, and take that business online. So if I was you sitting at home and I really want to do it, don't wait for the 25 years I did. Start now, get ahead of it and make that leap, and just start with one thing. And I would say this is very important. Be very resilient. You're going to have roadblocks. You're going to have challenges. The difference between being successful and failing is the folks that just give up. If you're resilient, you will absolutely find a path. You'll find a way around it, and you will win. And I encourage everyone to try. Just try.
That's amazing. Your story is absolutely fantastic and incredible. Congratulations. Allnaturaladvice.com if you guys want to check it out. And of course, it's being sold on Amazon exclusively as well. So Stephen Aikman, congratulations, man. This is such great advice and a great story. You're living the dream now, man. Congrats again.
Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you. Take care.